Hello everybody, happy Saturday. It's Saturday for me. My name is Sarah, coming to you from Northeast Ohio. Welcome back, all the things. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me for a little bit. I'm really excited about this video. It's going to be in multiple parts, mainly because I couldn't figure out how to kind of do it all together. I don't normally record videos in different segments, I guess you would say, but I need to do a couple things, and it's kind of a big old domino effect, and I couldn't figure out how to do it any other way. So here we are. I would like to go over, this is what's going to happen in this video. You may notice I'm in a different location. I'm sitting on my floor, which I don't know how long my little knees are going to be able to handle sitting on this floor. Getting older is not great, but anyway, I am sitting next to my whip shelves. I'm going to be going through all of my whips today with the intention and hope of being able to frog the majority of these. And I have a lot of really positive feelings about being able to do that. I'm not sad, well, at least I'm not sad yet in the least about getting rid of things. I mean, why? There's not a reason for it. And I can tell you pretty confidently that almost all of these bags have not been touched this year. So it's just, you know, why have the yarn tied up in a project that's not getting worked on? The thing is, though, I'm immediately contradicting myself. But the thing is some of this yarn that I am going to be frogging from these projects are actually going to most likely go back into the same projects. I just want to restart them. I talked a bit in my last video about how much I notice I've personally grown as a knitter, just in my skills. So I really want to restart everything. Plus, it's been so long since I picked up a lot of these, I just wouldn't be able to even confidently figure out where I was. So for me, restarting is just easier. So that's going to be the first part of this video, is going through all of these and frogging. I'm going to see how long that takes. I think that we should still be okay with timing. I'm going to do that first. And then what I need to do after that is I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go finish logging all of my totals and the weights of projects from 2024 so I can finally wrap that up and discuss my goals from last year and where I wound up with things. I'm very excited to also close that so-called chapter and get all of that finally done. I've been meaning to go around, I think I even said in my last video, the next couple of days after that video, I was planning on getting all of the weights and things, and I just never did. It's just one of those things that it is a very easy task to do. I just couldn't do it. So that's why I'm going in sequential order as well, because in the next part of my journal is, and I'll show my journal too once it's completed, I want to write at the beginning of my 2025 projects, I want to write the whips that I am going to be bringing into this year, so that those are just nice and tucked away at the top. Because I also have some projects that I've started this year that I want to get written in there, but I haven't been able to write them in because I'm waiting to put in my carryover whips. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So that's going to be the second segment of the video, is talking about my totals and how I did with my goals last year and all of that. And then finally, I would love to wrap up with the projects that I have been working on, because I have some finished objects and what else? Oh, just some things that I'm really excited about. So let's get started with the whips. I do have my handy dandy iPad here with all of my whips in here so that I can talk about them to the best of my ability. And some of these are going to be surprises because I'm not sure I actually remember what is in every single one of these bags. So let's get to it. First up is, oh, actually, let me see here. Really quickly, if I kept things straight on Ravelry, which I'm not always the best at, I should hypothetically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I should technically only have 11 whips in these bags, and I have a feeling that's not the case. So we'll see where we actually end up. So 11 is what I think I'm starting with. First up is the Melody cardigan. This is a free pattern by Anna. I'm not gonna be able to, it'll be posted. It's a free cardigan. It's a free pattern for a cardigan. She has 2 different versions. She has, I think she has them named maybe by seasons, but one is a lightweight, like very open gauge one, and then one is with thicker yarn and a little cozier. I went with the open gauged version, I guess you would say, because I was just looking for something. I think I started this, oh actually hold on, I can tell you. I started this May 23rd. So it was springtime, and I was thinking I just wanted something easy to throw on over my sundresses, or, you know, tank tops, t-shirts, things like that, that would be appropriate for summer here in the US. And the yarn I decided to use, I was really excited because I had never used mohair before, so I was excited to get that. And I don't even know if this combination of yarn is like summer appropriate. I just knew they were both lace weights, so I was going for it. So I was using Alpaca Cloud in the colorway Arabella Heather. And then which is a, is it, oh yeah, 100% baby alpaca. Whoops. And then what I was using to hold it together was the Aloft lace weight in Mountain Fern Heather. And this one is 72% Super Kid mohair and 28% silk. These are both from Knit Picks. So this was the green mohair that I was using. So this was them together. I have said this 1,000 times. I'm not the best at pairing. I usually, honestly, will choose my yarn based on a sample or a project that somebody else has that I can see the pictures of. But I knew I wanted green, and I thought like this one has some pretty, like some of those like yellow tones. I don't know what I'm doing. And I've also never paired yarn and to hold together before, so this was like a new situation for me as well. I did not make it very far whatsoever. So here's so the neckline is on the bottom here, and this is as far as I got. It is definitely more, I don't know, I don't even feel like I can fairly judge it because it's not worked up very much, but it is much more like gold metallic-y than I was hoping for. But anyway, I'm frogging this because honest to goodness, I have no idea where I am in the pattern. I know this will be slightly nightmarish to frog since it is mohair mixed in, but I don't know where I am in the pattern. I was very lazy and quick to start this in the sense of I didn't even print the pattern off. When I am doing a larger pattern, I like to print it off so that I can make notes to myself on paper, and I didn't do that. And I was just using the pattern on my phone, you know, zooming in and out. So I have no idea where I am, and I'm not going to try to guess, mostly because I just don't feel like it. I'm sure I could with how open it is, but I've also, since I started this, learned that my purling is much looser than my knitting. So when I have started to, when I do back and forth projects or projects flat, I use a different size needle for my purling. So I just want to restart this. I do think that I am going to still use this color combination just to see how it does work up overall. I don't know. I really, you know, part of my, you know, make 9 goals for this year were color, and this is definitely, to me, colorful and something that I wouldn't normally go for. So this is going to be frogged, but this is yarn that is going to be repurposed for this exact sweater, which is the Melody cardigan. So this whip, oh my gosh, I keep pulling this apart here. Okay, so this is a whip that is getting frogged, but will be repurposed. So that is one that we are keeping. But frogging, yes, okay, you're with me. Let's see here. Oh, this one. Oh my God. I actually cannot wait to finish this one. And this is another one that I'm going to be keeping. Let me go back to my projects page really quickly here. This is, when did I start this project? I started this project May 11th, and this is the Emmanuel tee by Johanna Gehrisch. I hope I said that correctly. This is a paid for pattern. Oh, I feel like I'm so close to being done with this. I did use yarn from Stash for this, so I don't even know if it's like really appropriate yarn, but I had a bunch of this left over from a baby blanket. It's Bernat brand. It's Softy Baby Cotton, and it is 60% cotton, 40% acrylic in the colorway Feather Gray. It's a really just nice beige with a gray undertone, hence the name. And I honestly, I feel like I'm so far in this. So I am, well, let me first just show you the back, because this is where it's at. It has this beautiful, beautiful lace pattern going down the entire back. Oh God, it's so nice. And then it's just a really nice V-neck. It is a short sleeve shirt. So, I mean, I have quite a bit of it done. I can't even remember why I stopped working on this, because I really enjoyed it and I loved seeing the progress of the lace come through. Oh, no, I do know what happened. On the lace panel, I somehow don't have the right stitches anymore, stitch count. And I did not have the energy or willpower or will or whatever you want to say to go back through and try to figure out where I messed up. So this will be a fun whip. So I do need to figure this out, because this will be so pretty. And it is kind of heavy too though, so we'll see. I feel like this is this can be worn like any time, honestly. And it's just really pretty. And I'm excited to have this. I'm just excited to have this. So this is so this is the project actually that I learned that like really recognized that my purling flat was so much different that my gauge was so much different, I guess, because I did have to restart this several times, and you can even still see the line like right here where I stopped going back and forth. Oh, maybe I should restart this one too. I don't know, maybe I would only notice that. You know what, maybe I need to like give it a good try on and see. But this is something that is coming forth into 2025 with me as well. So that was started back in May, and she is coming with me. So that's going in the keep pile. And then let me see here what's next. Oh, another goal that I have for this year is I really, really want to empty all of my project bags. I have a really bad habit of finishing a project and just keeping all the bits and pieces and needles and everything like in the bag, and then I just don't know what I have. So I also want to do a really good clean out of my bags and maybe like continue to do that when I finish a project, just empty the bag and the contents out so you know what you have. So next up, we did those two. Okay. Oh, let's see what's in this bag. I think I know what's in here. Yes. So this is the, this is the Tidepool rectangle tee by Jess Coppom, and she's with, oh my gosh, what is their name? Oh, the Make and Do crew. This is actually a crochet project, and I am using 24/7 cotton by Lion brand. It's in the DK Prints series. It is the colorway Spring. Oh, and this is what it is. And that is what it looks like. And this actually was an instance where I bought the same yarn and print that the pattern was in. And this actually I am going to be keeping with me as well, because I think I already have one panel done. Yeah. So this is the panel I have done. And this is a really nice, it is like one of those, where like this is the front and the back. And then you do the other panel and then you sew up the sides. and then you sew up the middle. And I can't remember if it has sleeves or not, or maybe like this is the sleeve. I can't quite remember that part of it. But what I really liked about it as well is you sew it all up, but then you sew buttons on the front here to make it look like a button up, but it's like faux. You don't really button it up. And I just liked that little feature on it as well. Plus, I do have a really hard time finding crochet garments that I like, and it's like a me thing. It's not anything against crochet garments at all. So I was really excited when I found this one, and I really liked it. So this Tidepool rectangle tee will be coming with me into 2025. Next up is what's in here. Oh, nope, that's just scrap yarn. That's exciting. It's not even a whip. It's just scrap yarn I didn't know what to do with. In this, oh, you know what? This is not in my Ravelry queue. So I did forget about this guy. And actually I did talk about this guy in my video. I can't remember if it was the beginning of 2024 or the end of 2023. But this is the Lion brand Comfy Cotton, I think is what it's is the collection. This is what I'm making my Tulsa tee in. I just have a solid brown for that. I don't know if I have the ball band anymore. I don't know what the, I don't. So I don't know what the colorway of this is. But this is, I don't even remember the name of this tank, but I will of course find it and pop a picture up. It is by Two of Wands. I know that for certain. And it was a free pattern, and it is a tank top that I cannot get untangled here. Oh, it's this Streamline. I think it's called the Streamline tank. And you knit it separately in a front and a back. And it's just this. So I have this done. And I really liked, it has this really sweet little, you know, like embellishment or whatever you want to call it, texture right down the middle there. And then, is there anything on the sides? Yes, and then the sides are also a, just like a stockinette, no, I guess they're ribbed, huh? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like a nice little rib on the sides too, which is on both sides. So they would join together and make a nice little ribbing. So I honestly, look at how silly this is. I have both the front and back done. And I have this one sleeve to do. This is in the exact same spot that it was in last year in the video. And I remember thinking how ridiculous it is that this is all that's left. And then I just would have to seam it together and I would have a whole tank top. Like, how dumb is that? It's dumb. So I don't know. It just seems so dumb to not finish this where it's at. But again, I worry because my knitting is so different now. I don't know. I mean, the stitches do look actually pretty even. Like, you can't really see any big differences in my knitting or purling rounds. I wonder, I had to have changed the way I purled at some point, because these do look pretty darn good. This is an undecided one. I mean, I literally have it basically all done, which is so ridiculous. I mean, I do. I have it all done. You know what I would maybe like to do? I would maybe like to, you know what I think I would like to do? I would like to frog it. And I would like to just convert the pattern to being in the round, because I really don't like back and forth patterns. And I don't necessarily mind seaming, but I just would rather not if I don't have to. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to frog it. I'm going to still use the exact same yarn since it is like a mostly cotton. And I'm going to convert the pattern to being in the round and redo it so that all of my tension and everything is proper and correct. Because I mean, that's cute, right? These are cute colors for summer. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So this is officially being frogged, but the yarn will be repurposed for the same project. I think that is what yes. I am happy with that plan. I am happy with that. Okay, so that's that. Next up, oh, this one makes me sad that I just didn't do anything more with this. This is the Wednesday sweater by PetiteKnits, PetiteKnits. And I started this, a long time ago, I think. I started this January 7th, actually, of 2024, so over a year ago. This is as far as I got. This is the back neck, and I was doing the, I assume, the shoulder shaping. Yeah. And then I did actually talk about this yarn. Come on, why isn't it focusing? There we go. This yarn in my Make 9 video. And I am reusing this yarn for the Wednesday sweater, and the Wednesday sweater is part of my Make 9. It's the Premier Serenity Chunky in the colorway Eclipse, and it is 97% acrylic, 3% viscose, and it's a bulky weight yarn. So this is going to be frogged, but again, kept for this project. That one does hurt a tiny bit, only because I wish I would have finished it, because I could have worn that. I would have worn that so much. All right, next up is, oh, my sweet ode to Barbara socks. These are a pattern by Summerlee Knits. I made these. I have one completely done. You can't even really see the cute pattern. I really like this pattern a lot. I don't know if you can even see that very well. Oh, focus. 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 There we go. Oh, no. Lost it. Anyway, it's an all over rib with a really nice little, there we go, lace down the center. She did recently update the pattern that you could do the lace paneling going up like the side of your, not the side of your, but like the top side of your foot as well. I was really excited to make another pair of these. I already have one complete pair, and I was also, I think, just excited to use this yarn, but it's a terrible yarn choice for the pattern. Like, you can't even, it's just like you can't even see the work of it. So I am gonna, these are gonna be frogged, and I'll just use the yarn for something else completely. These are sock ease from Lion brand, and this is in the colorway Sidecar, and it looks like this, all caked up. So these are going to be frogged and not kept for this project. Those ones feel good to get rid of. Let's see what's in here. Oh, we all know what's in here. This is the lightweight, I can't remember the full name of it, but the lightweight Raglan tee that I was making with my girlfriend at knit night that I struggled so hard with. I'm not going to go into details about it all. It's been horrible, but I do have 2 sleeves. So this is going to be a project that does come with me into 2025. And I believe I know for certain what I'm going to do with it is, the very, very latest was I was going to work on the short rows. There's short rows in the front and the back to create this nice little like angled hemline on the front and the back. I am going to just omit that, and I'm just going to work it in the round and just leave that detail out, because that project just needs to be done and out of my bags. Like, it's been a nuisance of a project. So that is going to come with me as well. And yes, I'm just going to do that. Okay, next up. Oh, all right. These are, oh, yes. These are the Heel Toe Do-Si-Do pattern by Kay the Crazy Sock Lady. There we go. And these are, oh, no, there we go. Nope. These are in a colorway from Freckled Whimsy. I was part of her monthly colorway club for a few moments. And these were originally, I was making these for my youngest son, and I thought that the Heel Toe Do-Si-Do pattern would be just like a nice little like zigzag pattern, not really thinking through what it takes to make a zigzag. So when they were on, I'm not trying to like be any which way, but they ended up just being a little too feminine for him. And And then on top of that, they actually didn't fit him very well either for some reason. So I was holding on to these for a little bit to possibly make for another kid. But, I don't know. I don't really like know any other kids really. So these are just going to be frogged and just made into another different pair of socks. So let me see if I have, I don't even know if I actually have these on my, oh yeah, I do. Heel toe do-si do socks. These, oh my gosh. These were started August 10th of 2023. And they've been sitting in this bag untouched. That's absurd. Okay, so those are being frogged. Frogged and not kept. Let's see here next up. Let's see what's in this little bag here. This is, oh, this is the outline tee by Jessie Maed. And let me see here. Where are we at? Do I not even have, oh my gosh, did I already like say that I was frogging this a long time ago? Hold on, I'm sorry. Frogged. Did I frog it? I don't know where it's at, but I know that I started it quite some time ago. Oh, where the heck is it at? So sorry, one moment here. Is that not what it's called? No, I know that that's what it's called. That's so weird. I don't know when I started it, but I know that it was quite some time ago. I'm using the Lindy chain fingering weight in the color Rouge. This is a Knit Picks yarn. It's one of their chain, it's like their chain, it's a chain linked yarn. So it's like, oh, why is this not focusing? There we go. Good enough. In the colorway Rouge. So this is where I am. It's worked bottom up, which is something that I'm not like, you know, like super a fan of, just because I'm still like so new into knitting. So this is the bottom. It's all scrunched up because I have it on a super small thing, but I think I was making in the size medium, and this is where I'm at. The yarn was a little hard on my hands, if I remember correctly, and I did have a lot of problems with it splitting because of how the chain is in it. But I really like the color of it, and it is really like airy isn't the right word, but it feels like it would be nice as a summer garment. So I believe that I started this, I apologize. I believe that I stopped. What happened? I think I was worried about running out of yarn because it is top down. So I believe I had already started to split for the front and the back of it. And then I realized that it was maybe too, it would be too cropped for my comfort. So, I guess I could just rip back a couple rows and keep going. What do I want to do? Okay. Because I did do basically almost the whole body. So I really only have like the top and the, she's gonna stay for right now because I'm undecided. But if I do get to this year, I do need to rip back a few rows and do a little more extension on the body. And then I'm going to do what like everyone suggests of measuring a garment that you already like the length of and judging that. I think I might have just said this, but I was worried about running out of yarn, but I have 2 whole balls of this left, and there's 180 yards in each ball. So I think what I'm going to do is go back and figure out how many balls I used to make up this length and see if I can maybe make it a little bit longer. Okay, so she's going to stay. She's a thinking project, so she might end up getting frogged next year, but she's going to stay for now. Okay. Also, do you guys gender your garments? I don't know why I do that. This, oh, I know what this is. Let me pull it up actually because I can't remember the name of it though. Oh yeah, this is the Flax Light. It's a pullover. It is a free pattern by tincanknits. And I'm making this in a yarn that is, oh here, I actually have it right here. This is from a local hand dyer, Cornbread and Honey, and it's the colorway Anew. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, fingering weight. And I bought this also because I was trying to incorporate more color. And I went to the store, I made my husband come with me, and I asked him to pick out yarn. I don't know why he picked this out, but he did. And he bought it, so I'm not going to complain. But it does have, it's really pretty. It has oranges and pinks are the base, and then it has like flecks of purple in it. So it is really pretty. I do not think I got very far. I did not get very far on this. So this is the neckline. And then here, it's a raglan, but then the shoulders have just a nice little, what is that called? It's just like purling one row and then knitting the next row, purling, knitting, in the round. Oh my god, why can't I think of what it's called? Anyway, it's just a nice little pattern. And this goes then all the way down the sleeve. And then it also, I'm almost positive it goes down the sideline of the body as well to like continue that nice detail. So this is where I am. It was a really nice, easy pattern to follow. I was utilizing the TincankNits app that they have, which really, it's like helps you track your progress and where you are with everything. It's a really nice app. They have, I think they have like 11 free patterns on there. So I really enjoy that app a lot. So she's going to, is she going to stay or go? I think she might go. And these are my reasons why. Because I think that I have learned that I like to pick up my neckbands after the fact. So I think that she's still going to be this, because it is, I do like how the color is working up. Like it's a nice, it's not really super stripy, but it's fun. It's fun. I like it. And it's really lightweight. So she's going to be frogged, but she's still going to be this, if that makes any sense. Why did I say I was going to do that? Oh, because I want to pick up my neckband after the fact. So I think I'm going to utilize the free pattern and all of the numbers from it, but just restart it and do it in a better way. So she's going to be frogged. Oh, my feet are falling asleep. I've been on the floor too long. Oh, I miss my younger days when I could do this. Come on, little foot. Okay, let's power through the rest of these because it's, why has it already been so long? Okay. This is, oh yeah. Gosh, when did I start this? This is the Rift, which is a short sleeve pullover by Jaq Cieslak. And when did I start this? She's an old guy too. Do I not even have this one on here? Oh no. Okay, so I used to be really bad apparently at tracking in Ravelry, which again is something I want to get better at. Oh, she's really not in here. Okay. Well, anyway, I bought this pattern a really long time ago. And so it's just a short sleeve pullover. It is V-neck on one side, so it's one of those shirts that you can wear reverse, either having like a rounded neck and the V in the back or opposite. And I was using, I don't even have the tag. This is a sport weight bear yarn. It is 100% cotton. I know for certain I got it from Knit Picks. And I have one side of the ribbing done. That's all I have. I had so much trouble with this because what had happened was I had made the one side and then you cut and then you do the ribbing for the other side and then you join in and start working in the round because I believe it has like a small split hem on the bottom. And I made the other one and I, for the life of me, couldn't figure out which row the pattern was telling me to stop on. So when I had joined, it also has like ribbing coming up the side body. I couldn't get my ribbing to match up how the pattern was telling me to. It was like so ridiculous. And this is also how I know I started this. This is probably a 2023 project or even earlier. So she's gonna stay because why not? Why not? But I do really want to use this yarn, and I do want to use it for this pattern. It just seems like a really nice, like everyday kind of t-shirty, loose fitting pullover situation to have. So she's gonna stay as well. I'm really not frogging as many projects as I was hoping here. And it's not because I don't want to let go. It's just because what I'm keeping, it just doesn't make sense to frog. This is this was going to be a make 9, and I cannot remember if I ended up keeping it on my list or not. Did I keep this on my list? This is the Gray Space Pullover by Neilan. I think I do still have it on. Do I have it on my make 9? I can't even remember now. Oh, and I'm sorry that I'm getting nasally. I have been fighting a cold for the past couple of days. Anyway, yes, Gray Space by Neilan. I started this January 7th of 2024. I started something else on January 7th. What was I doing that day? I was like casting on all this stuff. Who am I? And this pattern, I'm almost certain this is on my make 9. This pattern, I'm using Wool of the Andes in worsted, I think it's worsted weight, yeah. In the colorways Dove Heather and Marble Heather. This is all coming back to me, yes. This is on my make 9 this year. But this is being frogged and restarted with the same yarns. This is a great funnel neck circular yoke. It has a very, very little bit of color work in it as well. So this is where I was. And then the color work, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it. I don't even know if you can consider that color work. It's just more like stranded. I don't know what it is, but so the reason I'm frogging this is because I did not do any try-ons or anything as I was going. So it's just like everything is just like too high up, if that makes sense. And I just want it to be how the pattern is intended. So again, and my gauge is just a little wonky. I think there's some errors in it that I was just kind of pushing through just to push through. So I am going to try this on where it is and find out how much like longer I need the top to be before, you know, switching it over and all that stuff. So anyway, it was, I remember I did this all super fast. It didn't take very long. So she's going to be frogged, but she's going to stay the same project. And she hopefully is going to be made this year because she's on my make 9 and I want to do that. Okay. Are you still with me? This is taking way longer than I thought. This is a pattern that I bought a mystery. It's like one of those like mystery bundles, make a long pattern situation. And I just was in a headspace that I could not make it at the time. This is, the pattern is Return of the Electric Faerie. And it was a joint effort between the spinning hand who made the yarn and, or maybe she made the pattern and the yarn. I can't remember now. It was a really long time ago. And it was just a scarf. Well, I'll put pictures up. I've been doing that. And this was the yarn that came with it. Oh my gosh. Again, I was in my like forcing myself to be colorful and bright and all of those things, and it semi-worked out, but not really. And oh my god, this is literally how far I got. Again, it was just, the pattern is not, it's like super complicated in the sense of like, maybe once I got the pattern established, it wouldn't be as complicated, but to get it going, like I had to pay attention to it, and I was just not in a headspace that I could do such a thing. So it got 3 rows ish, if you want to count the cast on row, I guess. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Well, I'm gonna frog it, but I don't know if I feel like the yarn should be this pattern since that's like what I bought it all for, but I also just feel like these would make really fun socks. So it's being frogged, and I do not know what I'm doing with the yarn yet, but I have a pattern supposedly for it if I choose to. So that is that. And I don't even remember when I started it or when I bought it or anything. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Actually, I think we are. What is all this? Oh no, I know what this is. Okay, that'll wait a second. This is the Traveler Cowl by Andrea Mowry. And I bought, oh my god, I don't know what made me do this, but I bought spin cycle yarn from a great shop, Mountain Yarn. Oh, I can't remember. They're out of Asheville, North Carolina. I'll put it in here because I'll look back and look. They were just so lovely to communicate with, and they were so super fast with their shipping. I was so impressed. So I got spin cycle yarn in Ghost Ranch, which I know was like super, I don't know, popular or whatever you want to call it. And oh my, and honestly, yes, like these colors, I also don't think I really understand spin cycle yarn. I understand the concept, but like this is all the same colorway, but it's like completely different. So I bought 6 skeins of this, you guys. Hanks, whatever you will call them. 6. Do you know how expensive this was? It was so expensive. I have no idea what I was thinking. So this is 3 of them. And like, see how they're all like so different? So like, how is this all the same? I don't know. I don't understand, but whatever. So this is as far as I got. Let's see here. This is as far as I got. And she has like a whole collection of the Traveler, all the stuff. And it is turning out. Why isn't this focusing? I'm sorry. I'm not used to sitting on the floor and having to do this. But it is turning out really nice, and I do really want this shawl, but I am going to rip this all out because I don't know. Could I figure out where I am? This is a really, for me, it's a really complicated pattern. And I had started it on a road trip thinking that it would be an easy pattern to follow, and it wasn't. So I think that there are some mistakes in here as well. And she's gonna get ripped out. Oh, should she? Maybe I could figure out where I am. No, she's gonna get ripped out. You know why else too? Because it's a built-in I-cord edge, and I have noticed that with garments and things that I've done I-cord edges with, I do it too tight. So yes, so this is coming out, but this will still be this shawl, but I'm gonna just be much more cautious with my I-cords, I-cord edging, I should say. Okay, so it is beautiful, but it is coming out, but it still will be what it will be eventually. Okay. I don't, this is just like some random bucket of things. I don't even know what this is. What is this? I have all these like pieces and parts to some kind of shirt garment. This is in that comfy cozy, comfy cotton or whatever it's called again. Look at, I literally have everything. I have a front and a back and 2 sides. This is definitely a crocheted garment. I have no idea what it was. It is incredibly too small. There is 0 way it will fit me. These sleeves do not even go around my arms. I have no idea what this is. So this is going to all be ripped out. And then I will put it with my Streamline tank that I'm ripping out. Did I decide to rip that out? For extra yarn, so that maybe I can even make, I am ripping it out, yeah, that's right, so that I can make it maybe even longer, or at least not have to worry about the length of it, because clearly I have plenty of yarn for it. So this is all getting ripped out. Don't even know what this was. This though, now this is a good question. So this is the I think it's the Moonbow cardigan by Jessica from Mama in a Stitch. And this was one of the first, I'm almost positive this is one of the first knitted garments that I tried to make, and it's not done yet. So you do a front panel, 2 front panels, a back panel, and 2 sleeves, and then you do seam it all together. So this is the front and the back, the fronts I should say, and the back panel already sewn together at the top here. You guys, this is almost a completed garment. It's just like an super oversized cozy. And then here's one sleeve. You guys, and then here's 2 sleeves. Why did I not finish this? What an idiot. Yeah, look at, literally, it's like, it's ready to be done. And you know what's so funny is this is kind of the same like color family as the hillside v-neck cardigan that I just made from Ashley Lillis. Yeah, this is like done. Why did I not finish this is the question. Why would I not have finished this? What an idiot. I don't know. So it's like done. So do I really frog it because it's like done? Or do I just finish it? I feel like I just finish it, you guys. I also really just don't like seaming things is the problem. I wonder if I could convert this whole thing into a like one piece, like working back and forth in the like flat. Is that even worth it though? I already have all this done. Okay, she's I don't know what we're doing with her because she's literally done. She just needs seamed, and that seems so stupid to not just seam her up and finish her. I mean, I totally have enough for the seaming. So this is out of Hue and Me, which is a brand of yarn that I really, really like. It is 100% acrylic, I think. Where are we at? Where is it at? Oh, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It is a bulky weight. This is in the colorway Love Song. How perfect would that be for Valentine's Day? Why isn't anything focusing? It's a really pretty pink, pinky, mauvey, rosy kind of color. I mean, she needs to get finished, right? Like, this is really stupid that I wouldn't have finished this. Okay. She's going to be kept and finished at some point. And then the other thing in this bag, which is all knotted up and a total nightmare, is I bought 1,000 different of these True Boo yarns to make a granny square cardigan. And look at it, I have a ton of them made already. No, let me take them out. I literally do. I have a ton of these made. So this is them. This is what I have done. And then I think what I was planning on is this like beigey color that's on the outside of these squares. This was going to be like my joining color, like my main color, so to speak. And then I was just, I think, alternating how I was doing all the insides. But like, ugh, all these ends to weave in, I don't know. There's a lot in here though. So I do feel like I probably need to finish these. Oh, there's a lot in here. How many did I need that I didn't even finish these? Oh Lord. Okay, well, I feel like this was a lot of work, so it's not, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to frog these. Okay, so okay, that's everything, right? Goodness. That took way longer than I expected, so I apologize for that, but let's do a final tally here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 whips that are being frogged. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 whips that are coming into 2025. So 17 whips total were sitting on these shelves. This does not make me happy keeping all of these. But it's okay. They're not causing any harm. They're not hurting anything. I dwindled my whips down to, you know, more than half of what there was. So I feel pretty darn good about that. Yeah, I feel good about this. Okay. So this year, besides my Make 9, my other focus is going to be to try to work on the whips that I do have remaining and finish them up. And get those like totally off the shelves and off of all of my needles and crochet hooks and things like that, because that would be really, really nice. Oh, it's so weird to see that these shelves empty. I love it. Okay, that is a wrap, and this was also way longer than I thought it was going to take, so I'm actually going to make this video 1. Sorry, I'm going to just get this all edited, throw all my pictures up, and get this up this weekend. And then my next video will be my final counts for 2024 and what I'm currently working on, because I am super excited to share both of those as well. This was just This was a much longer adventure than I was anticipating. If you have made it this far, thank you so much as always, and I will see you all very soon.